Let's take a trip on my magic banana. It's a flavorful extravaganza over clouds, over trees, over seas, over space and time. Start at the tip and move towards the stem. Soon we'll be out in the solar system, seeing stars we never dreamed we would ever see.
Let's take a trip on my magic banana. Let's take a trip on my magic banana.
Are you Amy?
Sam?
The app says we are going to Michael's in Glendale. Is that right?
What?
I said we are going to Michael's in Glendale. Is that correct?
Yeah, sorry, I thought you said something else.
How's your day going?
Sorry, I'm really tired today. It's hard to even have a conversation.
That's okay. I'd tell you to rest, but it's not safe at this altitude. Don't worry, we'll be in Glendale in no time.
Did I say tired? I meant exhausted. Like I am literally exhausted. Not like I need a nap exhausted, but the kind of tired that sits in your bones. The kind that doesn't go away no matter how many hours of sleep or how many vacations you take. And the craziest part, I don't even know why. I mean, my life's not bad. I have a job, I pay my bills, I have all the things I'm supposed to have by now. But it's like, I'm still waiting for something. You ever feel like that? Like there's supposed to be more to all this? Like, what am I even doing here? Every day I wake up, go to work, come home, try to pretend I'm okay, but I'm not. And nobody gets it. They all just do it, you know? They live their lives like it's all fine, like it's normal to just go through the motions. But me, I can't figure it out. I thought maybe if I worked hard enough, followed all the steps, I'd get there, to this mythical place where I'd finally feel something. Fulfillment, maybe? Or joy? God, I don't even know what that feels like anymore. Everyone says, "Oh, Amy, just be grateful for what you have." But what good is gratitude when everything feels so pointless? I've tried everything. Yoga, meditation, therapy. Oh God, so much therapy. And don't get me started on mindfulness. That was supposed to be the big fix, right? Focus on the present, breathe through it, find peace in the little things. But here's the truth. No amount of deep breathing is going to fill this empty, gnawing hole inside me. I don't know. Maybe I'm broken. Everyone else seems to have it figured out, and I'm just sitting here wondering what I'm missing. They have hobbies, friends, things to look forward to. They do normal stuff, weekend brunches, movie nights, and they seem content with it. I mean, I feel like I'm just drifting. I guess I'm waiting for life to suddenly make sense, for something to just click, you know? But it never does. Every time I think I'm close to figuring it out, it slips through my fingers. It's like I'm constantly chasing this feeling that never comes. And maybe it never will. One time, I talked to aliens. No, really. I'm not joking. I don't talk about it much because, well, people tend to look at me funny. But it happened. I was somewhere else. I don't know where exactly, but I wasn't here. And I begged them. I begged them not to send me back. I told them I didn't want to come back to Earth. I was desperate, crying, pleading with them. Please don't make me go back. I don't belong there, I said. I want to stay with you. And you know what? They just sent me back anyway. Just pushed me back down into all of this. I don't know what that means. Maybe I imagined the whole thing. Maybe it was a dream, but it felt real. More real than anything else has felt in a long time. And here I am, back on Earth, going through the same motions, like I'm playing a part in some weird cosmic joke. I used to think that if I just found my purpose, my thing, I'd finally be happy. But now I'm not so sure anymore. The aliens didn't have the answer either, apparently. I know, I probably sound crazy, but that's the thing, right? We're all a little crazy pretending that this is all normal. Like it's okay to just live on autopilot, waiting for something to happen. But nothing ever does. I think maybe the real problem is I'm still waiting for life to feel different, for me to feel different. And it never does. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is all there is. I don't know, maybe one day it'll make sense. Maybe I'll wake up and it'll all be clear. But right now it just feels like I'm stuck in this endless loop going nowhere. Like I'm just existing, but not really living. Anyway, sorry for dumping all that on you. It's just been one of those lives, you know?
It's okay. What do you do for work?
I work at the Department of Public Safety. Well, technically, I'm a background investigator for the Department of Public Safety. I'm supposed to be out there digging into people's lives, interviewing their neighbors, bosses, old coworkers. But do I? Not really. Nobody wants to talk to you except for the candidate's friend who's always lying, pretending to be a former employer. I mostly just pretend to be working while watching that show Yellow Jackets on my phone. Do you know that one?
No, I don't really watch TV anymore.
Oh, it's this insane, amazing show on Showtime. It's about this high school girls' soccer team that crashes in the wilderness and they have to survive out there. But the thing is, it's not just about them trying to stay alive in the wild. It follows them later in life as adults, and you see how the trauma of what they went through still haunts them. What's so brilliant about it, though, is how it blends psychological horror with, real raw drama. And these women are so complex. It's not your usual survival story. There's all this tension and power dynamics, especially because they were just teenage girls when this happened. And you can feel it, how fragile they were back then and how they carried that darkness into their adult lives. The show gets really deep into how trauma shapes people, how it lingers and messes with your mind, even years later. And the way they explore female relationships, power, control, it's just, God, it's so intense. It's like you think you know someone, but when everything's stripped away, when you're in survival mode, the worst parts of human nature come out. And they don't hold back. It gets dark. I think that's why I love it so much, honestly. It's about these women being pushed to their absolute limits and still trying to hold on to some piece of themselves. I guess in a way, it kind of reminds me of life. Not that I've ever been stranded in the wilderness, but the whole thing about surviving trauma, carrying it with you, pretending you're fine when inside you're still dealing with all the wreckage. I mean, the world isn't exactly as brutal as the wilderness, but it feels like it sometimes, you know? You go through things, big things, or even just the grind of life, and they stay with you. And the whole time you're trying to figure out how to survive, how to make it out with some part of you still intact. The show gets that. It really gets that. So yeah, Yellow Jackets is my thing. It's about survival in all its forms, and maybe that's why it hits so close to home. It's like watching them fight to stay alive and fight their own demons. It reminds me I'm doing the same thing, just in a different way.
We're here. I can't get close to Michael's. Is it okay if I drop you off at the TJ Maxx?
Yeah, that's fine. I always go in there to use the bathroom before I go to Michael's anyway.
Okay, have a great day. It was nice talking to you. I hope things get better. I'd appreciate a 5-star review.
Absolutely. That was magic.